this is CG. I'm back with another beat making video. This time it's for my track called Life in 2020. Rather than giving you a breakdown of a track I placed with an artist, this time it's actually a record that was placed in a new YouTube series called For Colored Boys. It's written and directed by Stacey Muhammad and stars notable actors such as Julito McCullum. You probably remember him from his role as Naaman in The Wire. Anyway, the music supervision of the series is done by General Steele from Smif-n-Wessun. Right now, they just wrapped up season 1 and they're releasing new episodes every Sunday, so you can look out for that. But my track was actually placed in the 3rd episode, which I'll include the link to in the video description below. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little breakdown of exactly, what the beat making process was like for that track. So basically this track was started pretty much the opposite of how I usually do my records. It was just the kick drum line, and usually I do my melody and instruments first, but in this case I had the drums ready from another track. Didn't really like the way the other track sounded though, I just liked the drums, so I scrapped the other one and kept the drums, and this is how they sounded, when I started this. Just kind of that kick drum pattern, and it's basically just have a little bit of a swing on the kick drum, and one of the sounds is actually reversed, so it has this kind of cool effect. So then on top of that I put another kick drum line. It sounds like that. And then on top of that, of course, the snare, some extra percussion, shakers and hi-hats and all that. So then from there, of course, I had a crash. And then it was time to really add instruments and whatnot. And at the time, I was really inspired by Justin Timberlake's Life 2020 experience and Nas's Life is Good album. Hence the title Life in 2020, kind of a combination of the two. But anyway, I was kind of trying to go for a feel for something that might work for a collaboration between the two. So I started adding these string chords on top, just different chord variations that I thought had a lot of feel to them. Added some synthesized strings on the chorus, and on the chorus I also added these horn swells that kind of gave this cool build-up effect. And on top of that, of course, I have my bass line and whatnot. So this was pretty much the chorus before I added one final element, and of course it still needed something else, and I had this piano melody I came up with that I thought fit perfectly, so you can hear that here. And then, that's pretty much the track in terms of the chorus. I also had some transition effects that help pretty much go from chorus to verse and vice versa, just kind of nice transitions and whatnot, smoothing everything out. The main difference I kept between the verse and the chorus was pretty much just different variations in the chords, the way they were played, and of course I added some extra layers on the verses. There was like an extra pad and whatnot that wasn't on the chorus, and an extra string, just an extra cello to give some extra depth and whatnot, since there was less instruments and whatnot in terms of there not being any horns or pianos. And I mean, that's pretty much how I went about making the track. It wasn't anything too complex. I try to be mindful of leaving room for the artist's vocals, and in this case, leaving room for dialogue or a voiceover. It's just something you should be conscious of if you're trying to, place your record with an artist or license it for a TV series or anything like that. But, that's the track, Life in 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. Feel free to leave any questions or comments and I'll get back to you. Also, I'll leave the link to For Colored Boys in the description for this video so you can check that out. And I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a high quality series, very well put together and whatnot. So, like I said, hope this video was helpful and thank you again for tuning in.